What's up, guys? How are you all doing out there? This is Jamiel speaking with the rest of the BluEdge crew. We are here today coming at you with another podcast. To my right, we have Mohammad.
Yep, hey guys, this is Mohammad.
Right across from me, we got Andre.
Boy.
And to the other side of me, we have a new face.
Yo.
Dionte.
Yo. I'm a special guest. All pies come from heaven. This is podcast number 7.
Oh, get out!
That is
All pies go to heaven.
Come from heaven. They come from heaven.
They come from heaven.
All pies come from heaven. This is podcast number 7. Boy.
That's our line for the day.
He got bars.
oh my god.
Oh
I'm
god.
not cool enough to be in this room right now. Like that just threw me for a loop. How did you come up with that? Were you waiting for that all day or something?
I just thought about it.
That's amazing.
Great way to start off a podcast.
Jamiel, your topic was the female Link in the new Zelda game. So what was that about?
Yeah, so with the new Legend of Zelda game that's coming out, apparently there were some fans out there who had a problem with the fact that Link was not, there was no choice for Link to be female or whatnot.
Or male?
He's still male. But there was no choice to make Link female.
So is the main character a female or a male? Like, what has it been?
Link
is a male, but the game that was supposed to come out, the new Legend of Zelda, Link was supposed to be female this time. So we're gonna change the gender.
What?
But the thing is now they're not doing it anymore. They're not even giving it an option.
And they have no reason why?
Did you see anything? Well, I haven't really read that much into it. I know I've seen it, but I didn't read it that much into it.
Do you know?
I think maybe they were just saying there was really no reason to make Link female, or it doesn't make any sense to make Link female.
So in the past, Link was never a female.
Yeah, Link was never a female.
But then the social community said, hey, we might need a female.
Nintendo was actually going to make Link a female. It was going to be part of the next game. But they ended up changing it and said, no, we're not going to do that. We're going to stick with the same Link. But my thing is this. They made Zelda Sheik, and pretty much Sheik's body is a male figure. But it's still Zelda. It's still female. It's just that, why not switch it up? Like,
in the end, for me, I think it's the creators. The first 80% of the confirmation should come from the creator, the artist that will conceptualize this idea. Then after that, the people who own the company, the fans, I honestly don't think have any right, because the fans, the true fans will understand that, hey, this is their identity that we're keeping from all along. Like the James Bond films, this is the identity. He's white, male thing, keep it along. So now with Idris Elba, which I'm on board, I want him to be a Bond just because I'm ready, but that's me. But I hate these social people, oh, they're racist, that's why they don't have a black Bond. I'm like, bro, no, the books were written for a white guy. You write a really good black novel, I'll follow you. But you can't just change it because you're lazy to come up with the idea that everybody else grasps. Because I truly believe that can happen. So in this case, having a female, to me, is a feminist movement kind of thing, and I don't like that idea because the creators have the right. As fans, we should just give them an option, hey, would you like to do this idea? We'll listen to you, we don't like it, cool. But people getting pissed off, I'm like, just calm down.
Yeah.
It's the creators. Just like me, you telling me as a designer, be like, no, you just change your design. Be like, no, this is what I've been doing all the time. I'm going to keep up doing it.
Right.
If I decide to change, then I decide to change.
Right.
So that's my...
And the thing was, when they introduced Linkle, that's her name.
Right.
She was introduced in, I think, either the Wii U and a 3DS, or I think it was just a 3DS version of Legend of Zelda Hyrule Warriors. And I don't know if it just because they didn't sell a lot, maybe that's why they didn't include her in the new game. But, like you were saying, Mohammad, they were used to doing Link so much. Why do something different if it's not, you know what I'm saying? They scared of not making money. But at the same time, it's Legend of Zelda. everybody's gonna buy it because we all been waiting for a new Legend of Zelda. And you know, was it the new call? It's called Breath of the Wild, and I saw some gameplay of it. It's kind of the game that everybody's been looking for. I think. That's what I think.
I mean, if people truly wanted to be a female, what they could do, because fans have the power, just don't buy the original game.
That's true.
Just show them, be like, hey, I don't want to buy this game because it doesn't have a female character, and I was promised a female character. Then they will make sure they're not going to lose money. They'll be like, okay, fine, make her a female character.
Right.
They're gonna make more money by just doing that.
Exactly.
So they could do it, and people have a voice, but just you getting angry and not doing anything about it doesn't really help.
I think the person who wrote the article, and I agree with him on this aspect, that making Link female, it wouldn't really solve anything, just because if Link was to be female, it wouldn't be actually be a female icon. It would just be in the shadow of a male icon, which is Link.
Right. So pretty much everything is like, all they're changing is the gender, but everything else is pretty much staying the same. So yeah.
I mean, if you want to change the story, the whole origin, that's totally different. But if you just want to view a female character that was actually a male in the past, you gotta have some reason to do it.
That's what I said. Like Zelda.
You would have to gender swap everybody.
Yeah, the whole story.
They would have to gender swap Zelda to be a dude, and then Ganondorf. If Ganondorf is the enemy for the game, then you don't have to be a female one. Because then you'll be having Ganondorf, who's a male, beating up a female, and then feminists will get triggered by that because they're like, oh, he's beating a woman. It's like, well, you wanted a gender swap. So, yeah, like, I mean,
if you're gonna say that, what about all the fighting games?
That's
that's Tekken, that's Brawl, that's every fighting game.
No, there's
Tomb Raider. Come on now.
There really isn't a lot of female fighting and action adventure games.
It needs to be.
They used to be, because honestly, I know so many females that play games. Like my sisters, they love games, but the concept of, hey, females don't play, stop them from playing.
Yeah.
But when we were kids, like before age 13, every female I know, even my niece, I see her wanting all male stuff because they're not that different. They like games, they like shooting, they like doing all this stuff, but just because of social norm, we don't do that, and it sucks because it's a pretty big market out there for female gaming. So if you design a good, badass female character.
Oh yeah, I think more of females would be more into the games if there was more female icons. I actually, to be honest though, I'm tired of playing as the male characters. If I had to choose to, be either male or female in the game, I would rather choose female. I don't know why, it's just now, like, if I were to play Halo, like, we have a choice if we play male or female. They say the females are a lot faster in the game than males or something like that. But I don't know, it's too many male protagonists and stuff like that. Like, Tomb Raider is a great game, and this shows how bad, especially after the, I think it was the first Tomb Raider, the Rise of the Tomb Raider. After she took a punctured, she fell on a pole, and she fell from a distance, and she got punctured through her ribs. And pretty much, she took it out, and she was still able to keep moving. She stuck an arrow inside that punctured wound to it was like fire. She set it on fire.
Oh,
and then
she sealed it. Okay.
Yeah, she sealed it pretty much on her own. Just like when we was playing The Walking Dead, how did she sealed Michonne sealed what's her name? Wound, that gunshot to the shoulder. She pretty much did the same thing. She took that, she was in a tank top when it was like winter time and it was like freezing, and she was climbing like high places and all this other shit. But the thing is, if you make a badass character, a badass female character, I'm pretty sure people would, or females will get more and more into the game. Or if you just have the option to choose, do you want to be male or female? Stop having that one gender. Make them both. So people have more of an option to play.
Because all the females will play.
Yeah.
If I play a female gender that can relate to me, because I notice in a lot of these male-dominant games, the female is limited in her actions. Like the male can jump from buildings, but the same character, same thing, women can't jump as far. I'm like, what the hell? Why not?
Right.
Or further.
What's limiting her from jumping far?
Yeah, there's nothing. It's just the way it's built with the color scheme. Because women love dark blue and red and dark games too. Like I know a lot of people that play it. I'm like, why can't you just make a female gender topic about this. Not just gender topics, that's the wrong words to use, but a game that's just as dark and violent as a man, so it's a female.
And I would say, well, there are some good games, though, like, well, Assassin's Creed. The newest one, I think it was Syndicate, where you can play either the guy or the girl, but the thing is that I think they have their own separate missions. The guy was more brute force, while the girl was more stealth, and her attacks were quicker or something like that. While the guy was heavy and brutal, you know. And I understand if you can put twists like that, that's fine. But I mean, you just giving the guy all this mobility and all this other stuff, and the girl can't do anything. It's like, okay, that's really kind of not fair.
Yeah, you're making the fans more drawn to the guy characters.
The character than the girl.
Exactly, and I've seen that trend so much in movies and films too. Like the thing I like about Deadpool was Colossus when he fights that woman.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
She went out with her like tit came out, and he's like, "Oh, excuse me. Oh, you're such a nice guy." She's like, "Oh, I see your weakness. You think I'm different than you?" And she just went back to willing him. She's like, "I'm just as strong." So that character is really good, and people like me will see it as a feminist. Because I'm not used to seeing a strong woman. So her character, I was like, oh, she's such a feminist, you know? But later when you think about it, no, she just does everything a guy can do. And for me as a man, that's just weird. I'm like, what? But then I want that in a character. Right. So like I want it as a gamer. But when I see it in real life, I'm like, what the hell? You know? Like when I see a truck driver as a female, I'm like, good job. Like you defeated the odds.
Like,
you know?
It's like you go, boo-boo.
Yeah, like a construction worker. If she's like drilling something, I'm like, damn, good for you, good job.
Yeah, you know, I'm not gonna lie, I feel the same exact way. It's like you're outbeating the man, and you're actually doing what you want to do, and you can actually like do whatever a man can do. Pretty much.
There's no setback for you. I'm like, good job. And I see other females that are just like, man, I want this, but I don't want to do it. I'm like, well, there's a woman who's doing it. I've seen her, man.
Right. So or if you see a female that's on a motorcycle, that is amazing to me.
That's amazing, because anybody can drive a car now. Yeah. But motorcycle's still someone, I'm still like, oh my god, if I lose my balance. So I'm like, this girl doesn't care. Good job. So we need more female characters and more strong leads. Not just characters, but they'll make characters when they can really feminine.
And actually, female characters that are more original, they have their way to make their own franchise.
Yes, instead of adapting another man's power kind of thing.
Right.
Or his skill set.
Yeah, like the guy that was writing the article, he is saying, and is really true in my opinion, that right now we're suffering from a reboot culture.
Yeah,
yes.
Definitely. That's what movies and games and possibly TV shows.
Entertainment.
It's just entertainment everywhere.
And then like young adult novel stuff too, because a lot of movies they were like based on this book, and it's like, okay, and then when you look the book up, it's a young adult novel, and it's like, okay, can we stop that?
Yeah.
Nobody's doing original stories from their minds anymore.
Yeah. Fans just feel like we are just stuck with these franchises we have now, and the producers, the creators, they're just too scared to create something new.
Playing it safe. And they can't do that. You can't play it safe all the time.
You can't play it safe all the time.
Yeah, it's boring after a while.
Yeah. So with the Ghostbusters thing, like what's so like I'm hearing that just because they're females they're gonna make the movie worse or something like that, and I'm looking at it, I'm like, it looks pretty good to me. I have nothing against it. I don't understand what's going on with that.
I have a lot to say about it.
Alright, here we go. Mohammed's about to rant.
No, I mean, for me, like, just going back on my...
Mohammed Prince!
Well, this is our show.
But, like, they did exactly what I was talking about earlier. They took a man's topic and feminized it. So, it was a Ghostbuster was for men. And they had their own characters. Now, all they did was replace the gender. Nothing new. Instead of that, they should have had, like... You know how Superhero Squad is? A rebellious movie about female cast. And a whole new topic. They're just taking the genders and swapping them. That is it. So that made it really boring. And then on top of that, when I saw the trailer, everybody's talking about CGI, the story being the same. What really upset me was the black woman, the actress.
Oh my god.
When she fell on the dance floor and she's like, I don't know if this is a racist thing or a feminist thing, but I'm pissed. I'm like, wait. I didn't even think about that shit when you dropped to the floor. I was like, oh shit, a woman dropped to the floor. That's
Right.
what I thought about.
That's what
you
you
put
mean.
that shit in my head, and now I'm automatically thinking about color race and then feminine, and I'm like, the writer wrote this. I'm like, who's the writer? I'm like, oh, you know, I'm like, you people wrote this, and then you talk about, oh, there's racism. I'm like, you put that shit in my head, because I didn't think that we should drop on the foot. That's what ruined the trailer for me. So I didn't see the movie, but I'm sure it's full of feminist, like, you know, takes. Even if it's powering, there's no reason to power females.
Right.
I mean, to me, they're human. You know, I see them as female, but I don't really care about that idea. But once you mention it, then
it's like just let it flow genuine.
You don't have to make it like just like that Bridesmaid. They convert it automatically to The Hangover. So every female movie that comes out, they relate it to a male prior edition of it, no matter what it is. Games, movies, music. But oh, a man did it. I'm like, do something new, and you'll be good. You know? Design a new movie with a new plot that a woman is the hero. You know.
That's what I was thinking about with the whole Link thing. I was gonna say, why don't they just make a different plot with the girl Link? I mean,
Twinkle.
yeah, and just let it be that. Don't gender swap it. Just let her have her own journey.
Exactly, like a new story
Like
within the Link universe.
Right, within the Link
There's
universe.
this cousin that went on a mission and she died, giving her life. So you know in the end of this mission that she will die, but you're still gonna go to find out what this mission was. That would be interesting.
Question: does Zelda have her own game?
Yeah, well, she had it with Sheik, I think.
She never really had her own thing. Like she can turn into Sheik, and she goes on her own, but she doesn't have her own story. I mean, if it is, I don't know, but as far as I know, she never really had her own game. It was just she pop up and you didn't know who she was. It was like, well, who is this chick? And then later on you find out when she turned back, that's Zelda, and you're like, whoa. Man. And it's like you see Zelda in that dress, you think she's all innocent and stuff.
Yeah, but
Flipping around, this chick got some ninja moves with some ninja stars. You know what I'm saying? Do some ninja.
Like, the fuck? That's the only thought goes through your head before you die. Then just starts screaming like, I'm confused. What's going on there?
And see, that's why I think that kind of brought a confusion. It's like, was she a guy or a girl? Because, I mean, obviously, the chest was one giveaway, and then
there were no
everything,
boobies.
and the voices as well, you know.
Two.
Right. And it's like, wait, is she a guy or girl? And eventually, yeah, it's Zelda, so it's a girl, but in like a man's body, kind of. Oh, man.
It is what it is. She has her moments. It's just they won't do nothing to expand on that.
Yeah, that's one thing I don't, and I hate to keep bringing up Nintendo, but you guys gotta do better. It's like, you guys have everything. You guys got the characters and everything. Just expand on them or change it up a little bit. Don't be scared to do something new. You know, like the whole what's her name? I keep forgetting.
Linkle.
It can, like Mohammad said, have a whole other story to it. And then Linkle can probably meet Link, or maybe it's an alternate universe or something like that.
Yeah, that's a good idea too. Alternate universe. In the universe, there's another story, but somehow you both meet.
And then you got the diehard fans that be like, well, is this canon to the whole story? Because it's a timeline with Legend of Zelda, apparently. You know, it breaks off in different branches. And then, like, with Breath of the Wind, people trying to figure out where it's at within the timeline. And it's like, I hate when people do stuff like that, because it's like, don't worry about it. Nintendo just made a new game. Play it.
Right. Enjoy it.
Come on now.
People take everything seriously. Like
It's the hardcore fans. They try to. I know I'm not a hardcore fan, but I like to figure stuff out and I like to know where in the timeline. But I'm not going to sit up here and just downgrade the game because I can't figure it out myself. If I enjoy the game, I'm going to enjoy the game. It's just I figure out some other stuff, and that's what you got Google for.
Right. Legend of Zelda's timeline. Google Images now show you, or you can read about it.
Or you can YouTube it.
That too. Somebody explaining, you sitting there for like hours, like,
There are people like that. It's just amazing. It's like, wow.
But I agree with you that they should try to bring out that creativity in the games. I mean, they're doing it with the consoles. Why not the games as well?
You guys are doing it backwards. Like, why you guys keep making these creative consoles? Or not even, some of them aren't even really
Different names.
Yeah. I mean, you guys got all these characters, and you guys keep using Mario, Link, and that's pretty much the only ones I keep hearing over and over.
The only one I seen them branch out with really was Kid Icarus. For the 3DS, he had his own game, and it was based off what he looked like in Brawl and stuff. So he had his own game. I'm like, okay, y'all doing something brand new. Y'all took this one character, was like, all right, let's do something with him, and y'all did it. But beyond that, they just doing the same stuff over and over again, like that new Star Fox Zero. It's the first. It's an what was it, Star Fox 64 with HD5. I'm like, no,
Don't remaster it.
right? It's do something brand new. Like I want to play like a shooter with Fox.
You haven't done enough with Fox to remaster something.
Yeah.
I just want to be like a third-person shooter with Fox. I think that'd be pretty cool. I mean, we had the Star Fox Assault thing, and it was on the GameCube, and it was like, but it's like I want a different vibe with Star Fox. So I don't want to keep flying the ship. I mean, I want to fly in the ship, but it's like I want to be able to get out of it, run around, and shoot in a different way, because you can do shooters in different ways, like more or less. Okay, let's just say I want to see it like not the Gears way, but that play style.
That play style.
That'd be really cool. I would love to do that, but they're playing it safe because they know where their money's coming from, just doing stuff over and over again. So it is what it is.
Yeah, there's those characters in Brawl that if it wasn't for Brawl, I wouldn't have heard of them.
Yeah.
So why don't you do more with them?
Yep.
Ness, those characters in Fire Emblem,
Yep.
Shulk.
Yeah, and the funny thing, I think I said this in another podcast. I said it somewhere. When I found about Shulk, one of the YouTubers, Cryotic, played a game called Xenoblade, and it had Shulk in it, and I found out his whole entire history. I was like, oh, this is awesome. They need to like branch out into. And the thing about it, that Xenoblade game, you cannot find it anywhere. It's actually
Japanese.
No, it's not Japanese. It's like you have to order it like online or something like that, and the price of it is very expensive because it's kind of like a not exclusive, but what do you call it? I wouldn't even say it's rare. It's just one of those games you just don't find. They didn't discontinue it, or I don't know how they did it. I just know that you can't find it in any store.
Okay.
But I think after Nintendo, came up with Brawl, I think a lot of people started getting into like Shulk and actually knowing his backstory, because I never heard of Shulk and I never heard of anybody talking about Shulk or who he was.
Right, me neither. So I'm like, when they always say how the big announcement, it's like, okay, so who are they putting in now? And everybody thinking, and they pop out Shulk. I'm like, who is that?
Yeah.
And then his special ability to do the speed, shield, and all that. I'm like, what is this from? You look it up. Maybe you want to buy the game, you can buy the game and give them more sales. But then it's like, it's smart to do that. But then at the same time, it's like you one of the fans and you want a certain character to be in the game, and it's kind of like, my person wasn't in there. So at the same time, like I said, it's smart for them to do that because they can branch out to more games that's published by them and stuff like that. So YouTube had these new rule changes, and then that the subscriber purge had happened. That
We
was
got hit hard.
dirty.
Yeah, everybody.
Ouch.
Every YouTuber got hit hard. You probably lost about.
I think it was 600,000.
Yeah, I was gonna say 500,000.
Yeah, 500,000 or
But I
600,000.
mean, he gained it back though really quickly though. But yeah, he lost 500,000. We lost 1,000. Yeah, we lost 1,000.
Was it 1,000? I thought it was 2. Because last time I looked,
No, you're right. Because we were actually at the verge of hitting 6K,
Mhm.
and then it was like 5,998 or something like that, and then it shot back down to like 3,900 or something. So yeah, we lost 2. No, yeah, we lost 2 to about almost 2 to 3. And it's just everybody lost a lot, and it was a huge purge that happened.
What's it called? Purge.
who knows?
Is it the super movie
think-
Purge?
Yeah, it's pretty much.
Probably.
What was it? Getting rid of inactive subscribers?
Mhm.
Yeah, pretty much that. So, and the whole purge, I was wondering the same thing. I was like, why did they call it purge? But I looked at a video and it's just people, I guess, nicknaming it
Mhm.
because,
It's resembling the movie.
yeah. So it's like, yeah, oh well. Yeah, everybody went
People
downhill.
these days, and then it sucks because you got, yeah, there are some inactive ones, and you got some people who like legit were using their YouTube stuff, and all of a sudden they saw that they're not subscribed to their YouTuber no more, and it's like, whoa, what the heck? How you just gonna take me, unsubscribe me from the person I watch videos from, and then you have the YouTube creators, they like, well, where are my fans at? But if they really know that they disappeared, then they would go back to subscribe to them. But like seeing y'all count went down like that, I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, I was surprised. I was like, whoa, what happened?
Y'all was at 5,000, almost like you said, almost 6, and it went back down to 3. I'm like, what? Hold on. That's when I text you about it. I'm like, did you see what happened?
Yeah, I just had to make sure with everybody because I looked at it, I was like, oh, okay, yeah, like I looked at a chart and seen everybody's subscriber count and stuff, and I seen like everybody dropped, but some people gained their stuff back really quickly. But most likely everybody dropped their count depending on how far they are.
Well, like I said, if a person really noticed that they were gone from somebody, they would go back to and subscribe to them. And then YouTube had these new rules happening, and I've seen videos of like some popular YouTubers and stuff, because YouTube added where you can't like talk bad about a person or harass them or do anything.
Yes, because of all this bullying that's going on. This YouTube bullying, like, I've seen somehow like on your feed of YouTube they'll have like some videos that's recommended for you. And I seen this guy talk about Keemstar. Keemstar is like the #1 most, I'm gonna go air quotes on there, #1 air quotes hated YouTuber that's on YouTube. Because the thing that he does is he talks about everyone. He throws false accusations. Like for instance, there was this YouTuber called Tobuscus, and he threw some accusation where something happened with him. It was something like some rape file or something like that was going on, and
Wow.
that was a false accusation. And Keemstar hyped it up,
It was false.
it was false.
But April and them, whatever other girls he dated, came out and said that he did do it, but it was false.
When I heard it was false.
Wow. I mean, if it was false, it was false. But
Then again, I don't know how. That's what I say, air quotes on that.
Right.
But maybe I gotta go back into it. But what I've heard, it was false. It was false accusation. Some other stuff, or maybe she said something and it hyped it up. And told Tobuscus, he got the stuff. He got his personal stuff together. But Keemstar brought it up and was like, yeah, he's raping this, blah 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 blah. But anyways, he's just a big bully. He says, I was looking at some other videos, he says he cares about his fans and stuff like that, but then he goes on stream, talks about, I don't need you guys and all this other stuff, I don't owe you guys anything, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, and then the next day he'll say, I'm just playing with you guys, I love you guys. You don't say shit like that. No. You don't do that. And it was just some other stuff he goes about. It's a lot of what's going on. It's a lot of YouTube drama, and some of the YouTubers are making money off of that.
Wait. You have to say drama with quotes because
that's drama.
I mean, it depends because you got some people that said they have drama and then it's like they're faking it.
I've heard about that with a certain couple of YouTubers.
Such as who? Like I know Scarce. I think it's one. Leafy.
No, Scarce doesn't do anything. He just reports news.
Oh, he just reports.
Yeah,
news?
I'm subscribed to Scarce. All he do is report news.
Oh, okay.
The ones that I'm talking about, there was supposedly a fight between Rice Gum and Fousey too.
I heard about that.
I saw that filth.
Oh yeah, wasn't that like a setup or something?
Yeah,
like that was staged.
It was so staged because like if you looked at the video, he pushed him before he even tried to swing at him. So it was like okay, and then Fousey 2 came out a video talking about we did that to get people like Scarce and Keemstar to be falsely telling news and they getting caught, ha ha ha. I'm like, why do that in the first place? Just do your fake pranks.
Right.
and get it over with. Like, come on, cause you.
All those pranks are fake.
Okay, so what I found out was that I'm going in air quotes again. I'm opening it up and I haven't closed yet. Pretty much, the pranks are the pranks. Oh no, the pranks. I said pranks. Not pranks.
Frankfurters.
The pranks are fake in a way. Somebody was breaking it down on YouTube saying, okay, first of all, if they were real, you'll notice that if they're real, you usually have to blur out their faces. You got to get the person's condolences in order to show their face on video. If they don't want it on video, then you have to blur it out or however. So pretty much, you have to walk up to them and say, hey, you want to be in this prank? You know, and they say, yeah. And like, we're going to record you. And it's like, all right, cool. So pretty much, they have to set it up. You know. So most of the time, I'm pretty sure it's set up. Then again, there's some other steps on it too.
They hire actors for it.
Oh, they hire actors for it?
Yeah, that's why sometimes the people, you will actually see their face, because some of them are actors, or you got some that actually ask people, hey, you want to walk by, or you want to be in the prank, you know, stuff like that. But more or less, like you were just saying, you know, you have to get people's permission to even put them on there, because you can get sued for putting somebody's face on there.
Yeah.
And they didn't say if it was okay.
Right. So pretty much.
That's crazy. I kind of knew, I kind of had the idea of this, just because the stuff you can do is abused at times.
That too. It's getting like that.
The shit prank I love is like when you're in the toilet and the guy takes Nutella and like he's like, can I get
Yeah,
some
he
food?
touches. Yeah.
It's hilarious, but at the moment of panic, if that happened to me, I would, first of all, you destroyed my peace of time.
Yeah.
And tried to help you, and I did this, and I was like, you're getting shot.
Yeah, and see, that's another thing. That was actually another point that somebody brought up. It's like, if this was a prank, if you did one of those pranks, like the Nutella prank or something where it kind of disturbed somebody, I'm pretty sure that somebody would have fought you, somebody would have tried to hurt you, or somebody would have tried to kill you.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, yeah, nobody's just going to take that lightly. Then again, if you think about it, if you're editing the videos, you probably take those parts out. You know, you wouldn't probably want to
see it, yeah. But then I would sue you. I'd find a way to hurt you. Like, I'd probably take my shit and put it on your face. I don't care if my hand goes in the toilet.
Flinging doo-doo and stuff.
I don't care. I'd be like, you're going to eat this shit. I'd be like, you think this is funny? This isn't funny. I don't care how big the guy is. I'll be like, until I'm on the ground not breathing, you're gonna get something.
Cause it's like nobody's like y'all was talking about Nutella prank. Nobody's gonna wipe, you know, potential doo doo and be like, oh, you guys, you just wiped doo doo on me. No, boy, you gonna get swung on.
I'm gonna turn this whole entire story.
Right?
Yeah, get you.
I'm like, I'm trying to help you here, and you just did that.
Rub
Right.
shit on you.
Or even just pranks, yeah, or even just like, you know, making a fool out of me. Like I see one prank where this magician, he holds his hands out and he's like, just make a figure 8 with your head, and then this piece of paper or whatever it is in my hand will disappear. So this guy just sitting there doing this for like 3 minutes, and the guy just walked away. So he's in the middle of the public and just doing this, like, making figure 8s, but he can't see it because after a while, if you do it yourself, I'm like, can you be that stupid? So I did the figure 8 with my head. I'm like, you're right, because you start losing yourself in the figure 8. You're trying to just imagine the 8 in the air. But the guy's gone. And then afterward, you're like, how long is this gonna go for? Wait, maybe I should look up. Where'd he go? And all you see is a group of people staring at me like, you're an idiot.
Funny thing, I'm actually guilty of that.
Really?
Yeah. But it wasn't in public. Well, it was in front of. Okay, so alright, so in high school, right? My friend showed me that little prank where it's you're supposed to, we have our hands out like this. Our right hand's at the top, our left hand's at the bottom, right? And we have it out. And we'll tell them to clap in between the gaps. So there's like a huge gap. And then we'll tell them to close their eyes and just clap, you know, and just keep doing that. So one of my friends showed me that. I was like, okay, I'm going to use this on somebody. So I used it on my best friend, and I'm going to name her...
right name, Brittany.
Right, use the right name. I'm gonna call her Sharon. Yeah,
okay.
let's go Sharon. Anyways, in the middle of the hallway, we're in like our break period, you know, so everybody's about to go to lunch, or people going to the library or whatever. So I'm in the middle of the hallway, and I'm like, oh, I gotta show you this awesome thing. Watch this. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hold my hands up just like this. My hand at the top, hand at the bottom. All you gotta do is clap between the gaps. You gotta close your eyes. She was like, what? And I was like, just do it. I'm gonna show you something. She's like, okay. So she was doing it. She was clapping in between the gaps. I slowly backed up and walked away, and I dipped into like the next hallway. She was doing it for at least about 45 seconds. Wow. People were looking at her and it was like, what is this bitch doing? I was peeping over, just to look and see if she was gonna ever like wake up or like open her eyes. 45 seconds later, she opened her eyes. Everybody's just staring at her. She's looking around. It's like, what did this motherfucker just do? And she looked and she seen me and then she started chasing. I was like, oh, I'm going. I went to the classroom. But yeah, I'm guilty of that though.
I've been on the opposite spectrum. I was at a party in high school, and you do the leg wrestling where you both put your feet up and then you see you can push the other foot faster.
Oh yeah.
So you're laying on your back with the right foot. So this girl started, she's like, Mohammad, you want to do it with me? I was like, do what? She's like, leg wrestling. I was like, what are you talking about? She's like, what is this? And two friends showed like, you just wrestle. I'm like, oh, okay. So I did it. I didn't realize what was going to happen. She's like, 1, 2, 3, wham on my nuts. And I was like, you bitch. I'm like, wham on her nuts. You don't do that to a girl. I'm like, bitch, she did it to me first. Like she did it. We were both arm wrestling, and then her leg went in and hit my nuts. My instant reaction was, okay, your cunt's gone. And I just, bam! I wheeled with my heel. I moved a little bit back, so I knew it wouldn't hurt her with my calf.
Right.
So I went a little bit back, and I wailed on her cunt. And she was like, oh, fuck! I was like, that's what you do this shit to me. I don't care if you're a girl.
Hey.
Everyone's like, Mom, you're not supposed to do that to a girl. I'm like, I don't care. She did it first. And it was the best moment of my life. I was like, I don't care.
Terrible.
Yeah, it was a good time. It was a good time. Wow, I was in pain, but seeing her pain
made you painless.
I was like, okay. Like, wow, what do you think I was going to do? Just cower? Yeah, I think that's what she thought I was going to do.
My nuts.
Yeah, but she thought that. I'm like, my nuts hurt, your cunt's going to hurt. I don't care. Your childbirth is going to be more painful than you thought. But yeah, after that, no girl really knows. It's like, he doesn't care about gender. I'm like, fuck you.
He's a woman hitter.
Yeah, I'm like, you want me to treat you like a man? I'll treat you like a man. You do shit to me, you do shit to me, I do shit to you. So it was really fun. But yeah,
mess with his nuts. Yeah, mess with his nuts, he'll bust your lips.
Wow.
But it makes sense though. Okay, for the next topic, let's get back into all the hype of what is Pokemon Go.
What is Pokemon Go? You gotta catch them all. That's it.
Basically.
That's the answer to your topic.
Because my thing is, I couldn't download it from my phone because Google Play is evil. So, it was Nintendo and whatever company that made it, because I'm not paying too much attention to it. It was their way of getting people up and going outside and doing stuff, which is smart. But at the same time, we was having a discussion earlier in the car, people were getting stabbed, robbed,
falling off cliffs.
It's ridiculous, but at the same time, it was a smart way of getting people up and to interact with each other and to fill out their Pokédex on their phone. Mm-hmm. But it's everything has good and bad. That's how I
everything has a
about
pro and a con.
But I feel like at this moment right now let's say the date. What is today? Today is 31st? The 31st of July. I feel like it's dying.
Yeah, I do too. I feel like it's dying right now. It's just that if they come up with another update, like where you can sit up here and do battles with find other places. Now
I heard one update, not about that per se, but I saw in the comments on YouTube. I don't know if it's true or not, but I saw that they might be an update where they're gonna add the next generation.
The next generation, yeah, that is true. They're gonna add the next generation of Pokemon for Pokemon Go.
So it's gonna be more.
It's gonna be more Pokemon.
More like newer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's the Johto.
Okay.
And they're supposed to do that, and they were saying that they were supposed to do like little battles where you walk into another Pokemon trainer. You guys can battle, or they can accept the battle, or whatever. My thing is on that. I kind of like it, but I also dislike it. Because I love the fact that, you know, you go out, you meet new people, you meet new friends and stuff like that.
Yes.
But you always have those rotten eggs. Where it's you bump into somebody, and let's say if the guy is a sore loser, he gets mad, or she gets mad, and now they threaten you, or however. That's my thing. That's just my only kind of scares about it is, you know, people might get mad. You might have those hardcore gamers, and then they get like so pissed off or whatever. They're trying to threaten you, or they follow you, or stuff like that. And then, I mean, I guess that's what regular Pokemon is. People getting robbed and stuff like that, and, which is silly. But it's like you said, it's pros and cons on both sides. So that's why you travel in groups.
Yeah.
You never travel by yourself, especially at night. You don't want to travel
Oh
by
yeah,
yourself.
especially at night.
Right.
To me, that's pretty much stupid to do, because you know you got crazy people out here.
The lowers.
The lures that's actually how you get caught, though. It's like if
You lure children and you're a child predator. That's great.
yeah, that's pretty much it.
And it's funny because people make jokes about people, you know, little children getting taken away, getting kidnapped,
Raped.
or raped or whatever. Then it's like that can really happen, and then you people make memes of it, and it's like ha 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 ha. But that can really happen.
Or that happened. Because I heard a story with this old, middle-aged man, like in his late mid-30s. Two young kids, like early teens, like 12, 13, came knocking into their brother and sister. And they're like, sir, there's a Pikachu in your backyard. Can you capture it? And the old man's like, there's a what? It's a Pikachu. And he's like the Pokemon? The kids like, what are you talking about? They're like, it's an app in the game and so forth. He's like, okay, you should have joined. He caught the Pikachu. He's like, I was a gamer, but if he was a predator, he could have been like, yeah, come on in.
Yeah, come on in.
Yeah. It would have been gone.
Well, the kids would have been gone. You don't know. So my blame automatically is the parents. The parents can't control technology. It's impossible.
Exactly.
I was just actually going to say I would blame the parents, but then again, parents might see Pokemon Go as it's a good app and stuff like that. It's people interactive and whatnot. But you need to keep up with your children, you know, especially since they're roaming around the area and people are really crazy out here. You gotta keep up with your children.
And the children's friends too, because if you don't give your kid a cell phone, like I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna give my kids a mobile device like that at a young age. Their friends might have it, and their friends have it. They're like, hey, I'm gonna go play Pokemon. Come with me, and as a child, you're interested in this. Like, yeah, sure.
You know something about that? I was watching this game show on Game Show Network called Winsanity, and for those who don't know, it's a game where you get a certain number of facts, and you have to put them in order from lowest to highest. And one of the facts that one contestant had to sort was about the average age of a person who gets their first cell phone. It was 6.
Whoa!
Yeah, I didn't get my phone until I worked. It was just through my own money. That's what was gonna be for my kids.
I didn't get one until I was in high school.
High school? I got one I had to work, man. But time changed.
High school? Did I get one in high school? Yeah, I think I got one like... No, I think I got one as like 8th grade or towards freshman year.
I had one in high school. It was prepaid.
But the thing is,
I'm so behind.
the thing is, my dad was more worried about safe and coming home.
Right.
I come home by myself.
Right.
You know, it wasn't more of, because I really didn't care. I mean, it was a cell phone, and I was like, oh, okay. And actually, to be honest, no, I didn't get my phone until freshman year, but I actually had a cell phone before then because the cell phone would stay at home though. So every time I come in, I'll call my dad on the cell phone. But then he'll let me like go out with it and stuff like that because shit was happening, you know. And I walked home from school and stuff like that. So, but the average is 6. They're not even pretty much. They're not even out of their diapers yet.
No, they're just getting the grass bites the world.
Right.
Right. Why? Why 6 years old? I can understand that they get more intrigued into the apps, but they don't need their own device.
Is this average amongst like the wealthy kids? Or is it the whole demographic?
I believe it was the average of the U.S. eggs in general.
That's crazy.
called spoiled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would never be about getting those 6. No.
Word.
Cousins' kids have their own iPads, an iPad Mini, the newer version, and it just baffles my mind. I'm like, I don't have an iPad, so I'm like, how? You know, like how? And it's just strictly for geeks. I thought it was one of those like Kindle smaller versions.
Right. The little kindergarten versions
Yeah,
of
no, it was an iPad Mini. And I was like, how are you? I mean, I don't. And yes, their parents are doctors and whatnot, but I'm like,
But
it's just,
still.
you're spoiled so early. But at the same time, from their parents' perspective, it's education, hands-on technology at an early age. And that my nephew, he didn't know a lot. I was like, wow, okay. I mean, I get it. It's a good part.
Yeah.
It's also a bad part. I'm like, I don't know.
That's what I'm kind of scared of. Because our generation, we grew up actually doing stuff.
Yeah.
And it seems like the next, they are all tech savvy. As far as they learn it on the computer, they learn from this, learn from that. And it's not as what we did when we had to literally physically do it.
Stuff, yeah. See, now let's do this. Pretty much, like a generation before us, they didn't have none of this, or they were kind of building right into it. And they had to work for this stuff. They were more outgoing and stuff like that. Us, we're the baby boomers. No, they're the baby boomers.
They're the baby boomers.
We're millennials, and then what's the newer generation?
Plus.
Oh my God, Mohammad, no!
Terrible. Like, I think it's still in the millennial.
I thought there was 3 versions.
I think like a somewhat millennial, somewhat generation.
I don't even know what kind of fancy
X
words y'all
or
even
Y.
use.
Yeah, I think it was Generation X. That sounds familiar from a
I think
Generation
Generation
Y.
X is us, and the millennials are the newer ones.
It was something like that. I know baby boomers. Back up, Google it.
I'm confused. I didn't know there was fancy words for this.
Yeah, I learned it in history, something like that. It was like, baby boomers was like 1950 on up to 1990, and then we were we're generation, or I think we're Generation X, and then the 2000s is millennial. Yeah.
You know what? That sounds right.
Yeah, I think that's right.
It sounds right.
Our
I don't know what I'm talking about, but that sounds right.
Our parents are baby boomers, but that's that was the period when people had so many babies, so many children.
There weren't any condoms.
1964 birth.
Terrible.
Or pre-1964 births are baby boomers.
Okay.
Pre-1981 are Generation X.
Okay.
And pre-95 are Generation Y. And Generation Z is XYZ. So we're at Generation Z right now.
It's a new season of
Skip all
Pokemon.
the other fucking alphabets. X, Y, Z. Like, who decided to do this?
Right. Who made up this?
Who made this?
Who did the A, B, C? No, it's X, Y, and Z.
Do the last 3. Do the last 3.
After that, everything's fucked.
Pretty much. It's like when I seen that post when they were doing the evolution of the man, and then it gets up to the man, and then the next one was like Justin Bieber, and I was like, oh shit, we messed up. Let's turn back around and do this all over again.
Wow.
I was like, oh wow.
Exactly what it looks like, man. What is after Z? Z-O? Z1?
Yeah, so that's another letter we just don't know about.
Just start ZA, ZB,
Yeah,
Right.
ZC.
earlier. One letter. Now we have two.
Let's go Greek with it. Alpha, beta.
Right.
Right.
Alpha, beta,
Or
delta, theta.
go Asian characters.
Exactly.
Why?
So you were saying like how people can go out and play Pokemon Go and stuff like that. They get it more interactive. Of course, the lazy people strikes, and they found out a way how to like pretty much cheat their way in getting like, okay, so for instance, getting the eggs. You know.
I saw a video on this.
Did you see? Okay, so some people put their phone on a remote train and attach the phone to the train.
Whoa.
And let it go around.
I saw a different one.
Which one did you see?
They use a ceiling fan.
Oh,
Yeah, they use a ceiling fan.
what?
And it'll rotate, and this is how you can get your eggs up. people are using drones now. They're attaching their phones
I remember
to the
that.
drone, and they're actually like moving the drone so that way they can catch
Inside
a
the
movie.
room?
Yeah, they
Fucking
can
losers. Oh my god. Oh. People have no life. In their life, they just put their phone on a fucking drone and just have to go in circles.
They'll try to go find Pokemon that way.
Oh my god.
But my thing is, drones can only go so far, I think.
True.
So they would have to eventually get up and move a little bit.
Yeah.
Drones, depending on what drone you have, because there are some very, very good quality drones that can go distance. Because the thing about it is that sometimes the drones can actually find its way back to the
What?
home marker.
Oh.
Because what happens is that the drone picks up the satellite and then it puts a checkpoint right on the home.
BluEdge.
You beat me to it. I was about to say that.
They put a marker down to where it got docked at, and then when you go fly somewhere, it goes fly wherever, way, whatever. When its battery starts to dock, it comes right back home.
Yeah.
Some of them are smart like that, and then they'll dock itself.
That's nice.
But they say usually they're trying to do it manually to have it.
I'm gonna train an eagle to grab all the drones and bring it back to me. Yeah, like, bitches.
That's if the eagle don't get cut up by the blade.
I'll give it like metal armor. Be like, you got it. I'll give it
It's a
steroids.
summary.
I'll take it with steroids every day. You got the power.
That bird ain't gonna be like,
Give me this.
How are you speaking? I don't fucking know.
Stupid.
you know, call me bald eagle, I'm swole eagle.
I'm swole eagle. He actually lost all his feathers now.
Right.
Now he's really bald.
Yeah, man, fly him out in one stroke.
Sonic boom. But yeah, people are actually getting like, I guess, lazy. And
To me, that's really smart, but also
it's
very
smart,
lazy.
but it's lazy.
I mean, you really, it's really smart, but using your smart, like, intellectual knowledge for the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
To play this game, make it go in circles. Why not just create a new, device? Instead of saying, like, I'm gonna collect these eggs. Or grow these eggs?
Yeah, they pretty much, they try to waste, or pretty much you gotta walk in order to bake the egg, and so they can hatch out a Pokemon. So they'll put their phone on the, like I said, on the train or on the ceiling fan, and just let it keep rotating for. Or what they'll do is everybody will sit in the corner, like they'll do the, I don't know what's the formation, where it's to, if we were on the floor, right, and we'll put like our legs together or however, or we'll just sitting down on the carpet, and we'll just keep trading our phones, just sliding our phones, where it's to, it's like the phone is pretty much moving.
Traveling distance.
Yeah, it's traveling distance.
Oh, my
So
God.
people will slide their phones, and they will just keep like, it'll be like a pattern. So boom, 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 and they just keep doing it. They're making a game. You're making a game within the game, pretty much. You know,
Really?
but if somebody tries the treadmill, obviously that doesn't work because your phone goes one way, or the treadmill goes one way.
Yeah.
So, but it was just, people came up with some creative ideas. I was like, man, some people did, somebody put their phone on a Roomba, the little vacuum that sweeps up the stuff on the what's the name?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, just like, well,
I was like, man, you guys are, good job, but man, come on. That kind of defeats the purpose of it.
Right, because get up.
Get up and go for it.
Get up, you mommy. Fucking losers.
losers, man. I don't get it.
But, some people, and just getting off the lazy bit though, some people take it to the extreme. I seen some videos where it's people trying to catch Pokemon in water. And it's like, is it really that necessary? Like, it's like a, I forget what Pokemon it is, but it's like a dragon. It comes it evolves from a Dratini, and then it goes into big blue
Dragonair.
Yeah, there you go.
Talking about, look at that. Looks so deadly, so cute.
But it's so cute. But yeah, people will go into water, like trying to swim with their phone. It's like, is it really that necessary? Just come back before you die. But yeah, it's
I can't breathe.
It's like, I gotta catch it. I gotta catch the Dragonair. And it's like, nah.
One of my friends recently started Snapchatting like amazing food, right? And I'm like, man, you're dining out, and he would just take a picture of it, of his food, and caption like ceviche, like it's a really expensive restaurant. I'm like, oh shit, you went there? And then 2 hours later, he would go to like Moto. It's a really expensive restaurant. And then he would take a picture of his food there and book Moto. I'm like, how the fuck is he doing this? And then later he's like, Mohammad, this Snapchat you saw today, all those restaurants? I'm like, yeah. He's like, I just printed them out. I was like, no! Because I'm like, wait, how'd you travel across the city in 2 hours and take a picture? He's like, it's all a scam, man. He's like, because he's trying to show, because I do that, I Snapchat a lot. So he's like, I tag my places, but he's like, a lot of people don't, so I just want to show you, it's easy to show off. I was like,
wow.
Oh shit!
That's crazy. That's a whole nother level.
Yeah, and it was like perfect colors, everything was perfect, and he just gave it a filter to make it look now like a picture. And I was like, holy shit! Like, you got me, bro, because I was like, how are you traveling so fast? How? That's not safe. Like, I was worried about safety. I'm like, how did you get from point A to point B? Because I put the distance, and he's like, you're a loser for actually checking that. I was like, you're right. He was like, you actually went through the distance to see if I actually went there. I'm like, yeah, because I was confused. I'm like, you were there half an hour ago, and it takes about 3 hours to travel to this distance.
Yo.
How did you do that? He's like, you checked. I'm like, nobody else checked. Like, nobody else checked. I'm like, fuck.
Wow.
He's like, but people keep sending me this. He's like, I'm just like, so I started to do that. I'm like, when did you start this? Like, recently. I'm like, they all think you go to, they all think I go to fancy restaurants. I'm like, and you just sit home. I think I just fucking sit home.
Wow.
I'm like, oh my god.
Lazy bum.
Yeah, I was like, what? So that's crazy. So he's like, yeah, she caught me. I'm like, yeah, because I was curious. How do you keep traveling these places? You know? But yeah.
Wow.
People do that. So people find easy ways to look, to make them feel like they achieved something. So that person never traveled that distance. He just put on a fucking Roomba or on a fan. And then you, as a fellow competitor, like, oh my god, he's powerful. But no, he's a fat, lazy person. He just put it on the radio. And he's like, nope. You're like, how are you not losing weight though? You travel so much. I would have never thought that. If I met a person with whatever eggs hatch, I'm like, man, you walk a lot. How are you breathing heavy on the stairs, you know? I would never know. Like, just like Snapchat, I would never know people actually did that. I was like, people just take pictures? He's like, some people do.
That must be a good printer.
That must be a really good printer. And
It must be a really...
The angle too, because he would always have to, he always send top views. I'm like, why does he always send top views, not side, you know? Makes sense why. I was like,
Right.
Yeah, I fell for this. So he asked Jamiel's fall for it. He's like, no, but you're the only one who questioned me on it. Like, I was like, there's no way you traveled there in half an hour.
But see, that's what separates people from being goofies to actually being smart ones. Because Mohammad being smart, he was like, hold on, wait. Your money ain't that good, so how are you doing that?
Yeah.
And you researched it where you got people like, dang, this man doing this and this and that. What? I wonder where he get his money from. What? And it's like, no, goofball, I got you.
Yeah, and it's just like, they think I'm wealthy. I'm like, dude, I would too.
Yeah.
How did you, like you said, how is that printer? Like, how did you get that angle? You don't get the right picture. Because my dumb ass would probably screenshot the screen. And you say glare at me. Mohammad, you see your room in the background. Like, fuck!
And clean up your bed. It's like, how did they realize looking back, it's just a sock?
I didn't have to do that. So I was like, he printed it out and got the right angle, the right picture, and everything. He's like, yeah. I'm like, I would have just taken a screenshot.
My thing is, why waste ink on that?
Oh, that too.
That's ink is expensive.
It's like, what, $20 to $40 for some ink.
But it got me. I mean, until the third.
But then that inner Sherlock.
Yeah. I was like, there's no
Rubs chin.
Yeah, rubs chin. Puts on a top hat and an
eyeglass monocle. And a pipe, and a pipe, Watson. And a pipe.
Oh yeah, smoking nothing but vapors.
Seriously. So Pokemon Go, all these apps are fun, but if you really dive into it, you can cheat easily.
Oh yeah.
You know, and get yourself up there. But then there's some people who, like you guys did, go on a Pokemon Go.
Yeah, we went on the
so
little
you get
quest.
to see that people are doing this.
That was actually really fun. It was a different experience because you actually see other people doing it,
Yeah.
and connecting with other people and stuff like
engaging
that.
with other people, and also just finding new spots, you know.
Oh, yeah.
If you never go there on that day because the Pokemon, but you went to this, you know. So if you choose a good area, a good place, it's a great time, great thing.
Yeah, you know that area that we were at, right? That's where we were Pokemon going.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Nice.
that whole entire area.
Okay.
That was and that's because everything was there. We didn't want to go downtown because there was something was going down there. It's like some protest or something like that.
Yeah, you don't go. But yeah, it was really interesting. Like just to see people at Pokemon Go stops, like, because I think at the Beam they had a huge meetup.
Yeah,
right.
there was a big Pokemon Go thing at the Beam.
Like I personally find this one of the dumbest things ever. Because I'm out of the phase. If I had this when I was like 16, 15, when I was getting out of the Pokemon phase, this is what I wanted. I wanted to be a fucking Pokemon trainer.
I want to be the very best.
Yes, that's it. Like, I didn't care. Like, I mean, the whole concept is awesome, but it's just, for me, it's a little bit too late. It's not just see the young kids, you know, into it, because I'm like, oh, that's me, you know, like, that's what I wanted when I was their age. But at the same time, like, there's more important things. Like, adults playing, I'm like, there's a building, like, a company that actually said if you leave on your lunch break to play Pokemon Go, you're fired.
Oh yeah, people got fired. Actually, I see a lot of people playing at their work. Actually, that's fine. People were playing Pokemon Go, walking around and stuff like that. Yeah, people definitely got fired for it though. But I'm the same they did though. But yeah.
Thank y'all for having me here, first podcast. Yay! But and then happy anniversary to you guys.
Thank you.
Y'all, year strong. Keep going.
Year strong. No, we gotta keep going. We gotta push it.
Don't stop.
Mm-hmm.
Keep going.
Agreed.
Gonna get some greatness out of here. Sorry, Sony. Don't get me sued. But yeah, happy anniversary. I hope to actually join.
Yeah.
One day, if I could join, that'd be pretty cool.
Hopefully by the end of next year.
Alrighty. Well, this was podcast number 7. All pies come from heaven. This is your special guest, Dionte. And with me, I had Andre, Mohammad, and Jamiel. Peace out.
Peace.